Tim Bart's here, McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas. Oh, let me get my mic here. Oh, probably didn't hear me. So Tim Bart's here, McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas. Hope everyone's doing well and everybody can hear me just fine. So I was going to work on getting the mic to where, since there's nobody in here, to just open that up a little bit, but I'll just make sure I'm talking loud tonight and so everybody can hear me out there. So if you're not able to hear me, just go ahead and let me know there in the chat, and I'll try to keep my eye on it. But as always, just kind of want to welcome everybody to the live stream. I appreciate everyone coming on and joining me and asking me questions and just talking Ford news this week. So I just want to just welcome everybody there and welcome all the members. I can see all those logos there. So appreciate all the members. Now, if you're not subscribed to the channel, don't forget, hit that red subscribe button down below so you can get subscribed to the channel. It's right below the video there. Once you do that, there's a notification bell. Just click that notification bell. That way you get notified the next time of another video that uploads and goes live. When the live stream goes live, you'll get a notification 30 minutes before, and then when the live stream goes live. Also, too, don't forget to smash that like button if you like this video. If I answer some questions, something that maybe you learned in the live stream, click that thumbs up if you did like the video. I appreciate it. And if you are interested in the membership that we have, you can just click that right down there by the subscribe button. There's a join button. Click on that, and there's more information about joining the membership and kind of what different things we have. And just received recently something I'm going to give away to all the members that joined, just as a kind of a thank you. So a little notebook, and it is is recyclable there. So I do have a pen also that has Ford Video Guy on there. So if you become a member, I'll be here real soon. I'll be sending out a little message and so that I can get you guys' information and get that out to you guys. Also, don't forget, I am going to be recording this as a podcast too. So the audio format will go out to a different podcast, and I think I was able to link up this week to some of the favorite podcast places like Stitcher, and Pandora, iHeart, all those other ones out there, Amazon, all those other ones. I believe I linked the account up to all those, but if not, down in the description, I do have a link straight to the podcast on Podbean if you want to watch those. And I did upload all 12 of the episodes that we've done so far, and then this one will all upload tonight as well. So that way, if during the week you want to listen back to this when you're in the car or something like that, or however you want to, then you can always re-listen to the podcast or this video in a podcast format. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, don't forget we do go live on YouTube. So if you want to see the video format of that, don't forget to you can go over to McArthur or to youtube.com/McArthur and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get the live version as we do it on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time Zone here on our YouTube channel. So some recent videos. This last week, I did not have any videos that went live. So I had some issues here at the dealership. If you don't know, I'm in charge of the internet department, so I'm in charge of anything that goes online, including the pictures. So we have a picture building with a turntable on it. Turns the vehicles around, does a really cool spin for you, makes it a little bit easier picturing the vehicles. That turntable went down this week or last week, and so I spent a lot of time. We had someone that worked on it. Took a couple days. We got it up and running, but then we had all these vehicles we had to picture. We picture about 12 vehicles a day. So with about 4 days down, we had about 40 to 50 vehicles. So me and the photographer worked really hard. I worked a lot of evenings last week. She'd picture during the day, I'd picture on her break, and then I pictured again the evening until about 9 o'clock p.m., 9 to 10 p.m. some nights, trying to catch those up so that we can have those vehicles online. So I worked on that instead of editing videos this week, so I don't have any other videos that went live recently, and hopefully real soon I'll have a Timberline video for you. So it's about halfway through editing that one, so that one should be live pretty soon, and then I'm going to try to do a video from the desk here about some of the different components that you get as part of that the Bronco R package on for the Roush has available that I'm getting on my Bronco, which I'm going to show you pictures of here in just a little bit. Now let's get into the what's scheduling this week for Ford. Nothing is scheduling this week, so this is a pretty quick and easy to do. Ford is not scheduling this week. Thursday is Veterans Day. So in appreciation for Veterans Day, Ford is going to be closed, so there will be no scheduling of any models this week. So that's why I had said last week that we should start seeing scheduling this week, and typically that would be right. This would be the first week to see vehicles being scheduled, but because of Veterans Day, they're going to be closed. They're not going to be scheduling any vehicles this week. So you should be able to see those being scheduled next week. So, and to kind of talk about that, let's talk about some of the allocation numbers that we're going to have here. At McArthur. So a lot of people ask me how many allocations we're going to have. Some of you already know this because I've already shared this on some social media sites. We are going to have 118 Maverick allocations this month. So that's pretty good numbers. We have, I think, around 300 that need to be scheduled yet. And so we have about 118 of those 300 are going to get scheduled this month. So that's a great number there, really big number. And since most of our orders, and we have very few that are EcoBoost, you can tell there's going to be a lot of hybrid orders are going to be scheduled this month. I think not only just for us, but also for other dealerships as well. So, you know, I think that'll be a really that's going to be a good thing. So we can see that there's going to be a lot more hybrids being scheduled this month. So that's a great thing for everybody out there. Even if you have a order in at another dealership, I think that's a positive thing there, knowing that we're probably going to see a lot more hybrids being scheduled. I know they said 40% is their number, but I think it probably will be higher than that. It will be at our dealership anyway. 118. We do not have 60% of those would be EcoBoost because we don't even have that many. So that would be like 60 to 70 EcoBoosts, and we don't have that many EcoBoost orders. So we're going to have a bigger percentage hybrids than EcoBoost that are going to get scheduled this month. So that's a good thing for all of you out there that have had a hybrid order for a long time. So I wanted to share that. Some of the other numbers, maybe if you're interested, if you have an order in with us, we have some. Let's see here. What are those? Oh, here's the numbers. Okay, so we have 11 Explorers are going to get scheduled this month, so that's good. 3 Expeditions, 30 F-150s, 15 Super Duties, as I mentioned, 118 Mavericks. We do have 1 Hybrid Escape allocation, so we'll probably be able to schedule one of those. And then 4 Rangers, which is good. We could use some Rangers, 3 Bronco Sports, and 14 Broncos, and 2 Mach-E's because we have 2 Mach-E orders in. So that's what we're going to schedule for. And on Lincoln side, 5 gas Corsairs, 3 plug-in Corsairs. This is the first year for the plug-ins coming up. 5 Nautilus, 5 Aviators, gas, and 1 EV Aviator, and 4 Navigators, which we could use some Navigators. So that's kind of some of the allocation numbers that we're having for this next month in November, which will start next week. Don't forget that. And then also, don't forget, let's talk about a few things on the Maverick here. Most of you in here are probably interested in Maverick information. So some of the things to keep in mind is if you do not have an order in and you're wanting to order one, if it's a hybrid, you need to get that in ASAP, as soon as possible, because they pretty much are not giving us a date. But as soon as they have enough orders, they're going to close it. And you will not be able to order a hybrid. And that could be any minute now. It could be tomorrow. Today may have been the end of it. We don't know. We don't have any notification of that right now. When we go in to do the order, that's when, it'll probably tell us we can't order it. It's closed out. So we won't know until you go into there. I know there are some dealers already telling customers that they can't order any hybrids, and that's just their choice. Here at McArthur, we are choosing to order hybrids as long as we're not able to order hybrids. So, currently right now, as of today, we're able to order hybrid. So, but every day could be different, and at any time now, it probably closed out. So if you're wanting a hybrid, you better get to your local dealer. You better get that order in. Because it is going to close up and orders are going to be closed. And you will not be able to order another hybrid until the 23 model year order banks open up, which would be like May or June, probably June of 2022. So keep that in mind. EcoBoosts are still going to be open, so you still can order an EcoBoost, but hybrids are going to be closing out real soon. If you're looking to get an order right now, keep in mind the luxury package, whether it be the XLT or the Lariat luxury package, has changed. They have updated it because of the issue with the spray and bedliner and struggling with getting those scheduled. It looks like drop-in bedliner is now available. It was a late availability item, so that's now available, it looks like. And because the XLT luxury packages and Lariat luxury packages now include the drop-in liner instead of the spray-in liner. So keep that in mind. That's the way that order is going to be. So you really have no choice, just like you had no choice on what type of liner you got before when it was a spray-in liner. So some people like that, some people won't. I've heard more people that do not like the fact that the drop-in liner's in there, but there's not much you can do about that other than when the vehicle comes in, taking out that drop-in liner and asking the dealership to put a spray-in liner, but that's going to cost you extra. So I did, I actually knew something was coming up about this. I knew they were trying to decide how they could maybe make it to where they could get these packages out. And I did, tell the brand manager and some other people at Ford that I think what you should do is just take the bed liner out completely and make that package without a bed liner, and just make the bed liners just like the bed covers a standalone option. That was my option. That's what I told them that I thought they should do, and evidently they didn't listen to me. So it is now the drop-in bed liner is part of that. They said they're going to be updating the order guide on Monday, and I still haven't seen any changes to the Maverick order guide to show that change. Also like to know if these other late availability items are available now. I haven't gotten any word on that. I did notice I did try to order a one with splash guards, and I did not get the message saying that it was a late availability item. So maybe those are now available in for your vehicles. I still think the splash guards, the bed tray liner, the bed divider kit. Those were late availability items. I still think you should wait and not put those on your build. Have those come and get those put on afterwards. With your dealers there. I don't know about the bed tray liner because I don't know what's the difference between that and a drop-in liner. I have not seen any images of that. So that may be something you may want to get from the factory. Not sure. And then there's a new cargo management system mounted bed crossbars too. That should be available through accessories, but they're saying that's a late availability. So I don't know if those are available yet, but as soon as we have an order guide update, I'll be doing a separate video on that and going over any of those changes. Pretty much probably the only changes will be the information about the drop-in liner in the luxury package, as well as a late availability items. Those are probably the only things that are going to change in the order guide, I would imagine. Should be any other equipment or feature changes other than that. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is, I don't know if you guys saw, but they did release more information, or at least some images of the Bronco Raptor. So here is the image they showed. So I don't know what you guys think of that. So tell me, put it in the comments. What do you guys think? I don't know if I like the Ford on the front. I know that's been the Raptor grill for years, of having the Ford real big in wording right there on the grill. Looks real sharp. Nice big Ford in the grill. But being a Bronco, I kind of do like the Bronco wording, on the front. So I'm not sure if I like that. But, really think about it. I was kind of got to thinking about this package and say, okay, the Bronco is already off-road capable, more than maybe the F-150 is when it comes to going off-road capabilities. So what else could they do to that? Maybe do a change to the engine. I know they're going to have a Desert Runner Bronco that's going to have the 5.0 liter V8 engine. So I'm not sure if they're going to do something like that. I would think the Badlands package already has the best suspension you can put on one of these. So I'm just kind of curious on what else that they may decide to do. You can tell they have the modular front bumper on there, but other than that, not sure what else you could do there. But anyway, so we do have there you go. I do like the fender flares, and they're putting the tape over it, but you can kind of still see the way that looks. So I do like the fender flares on it, so that's probably a difference there, as well as it does have the modular front bumper, which I really like on the Bronco. Looks like the side tubes, the rock rails are going to be Raptor inspired as well over there. So anyway, also here my Bronco came in this week, so there's an image of that. So I got an Area 51 Bronco. It is a Big Ben 4-door cloth top with the 2.3 liter. And by the way, I've been driving it quite a bit, and that 2.3 liter has enough power. A lot of people are like, oh, that 4-cylinder isn't going to be enough, but I can get up to 40 miles an hour in no time at all. It just is very fluid. It's just very responsive. It's the power's there when you need it. It's not, it really, I don't know if I think the 2.3 is enough, and that's why I ordered that engine to begin with instead of the 2.7. 2.7 and a Bronco is just going to be like a bullet. It's just going to be like, it's going to be a rocket. I mean, it's crazy. It's like putting a supercharger, in my opinion, in a Mustang, just that powerful. So, but there's a picture of my Bronco, and I have had the top down already. So it has two different spots where you can pull it back and pretty much have the view of the sky, kind of like a, a dual panel moonroof kind of. And then if you take the outside panels out, then you can lower it back further. And I tell you, the first time doing it, I'm like, well, I'm going to see how long it takes me. I had the 3 panels off and the roof and the top all the way down in like 5 minutes. So it's no time at all to pull those out. It's like 3 snaps on each of the side windows, 4 snaps on the back window, and then you just pull it out. I mean, you just pop the sides out and then pull it out. It's real easy to get to. Took me a little longer the first time putting the panels back on. I think I learned to do the side windows first and then do the back window. But that did take me a little longer to put them on. But as I do it more, it'll get a little bit quicker. But anyway, really loving driving the Bronco. Haven't taken it really off-road other than to take that picture there out there in the field just on the other side of the dealership here. So really love that, my Bronco there. So I am actually, one thing I'm going to do other than the Roush package, I'm going to put these rock rails on the side of it. So that is like a rock slider, so it's a rock rail, and that the board kicks down. So did notice, because I'm going to put some 35s on there, that it will lift it up about 1.5 inches, make it a little bit harder for the wife and the grandson and kids to get in. So probably would be good to put these kind of these boards on it. So I will probably, I already put my name on we're getting 20 sets of these for the dealership. They did buy the set. They did work with Rock Slider Engineering at SEMA to order about 20 of those. So I will have some of those coming, my name put on those, plus the Bronco package or the Roush package that'll be here in December as well. So those are the things we're doing now. I will be doing videos on my Bronco. I'll probably be doing a walk around of how it's equipped, what's standard on it, what package I put on this and everything on my personal YouTube channel. So down in the description, not sure if it's in the description right now or not, but I will make sure it's there. But if you just search for Ford Video Guy, it is not in there. So Ford Video Guy, and you'll find my channel, and that's where we're going to be doing some of those videos there. So if you're wanting to check out some of my personal videos on my Bronco, and as we get the Roush package, I'll probably do one on the Roush Bronco package and use my mine as an example for Law McArthur, but also be doing it on my personal YouTube channel, as well as some other things as well over there. There's so many Bronco videos on how to put the top down and everything else. I'll probably just do it on my personal channel just because there's so many already out there. But as we have more fun with it, we'll do that. Also, want some help out there. So I like to put a personalized tag on my vehicles, and my truck right now has VidGuy as my personalized tag. And of course, you can have 7 letters. So I'm struggling with finding a good tag for the Bronco. Keep in mind, my wife will be driving it as well. So, I mean, give me some examples. Go ahead and if you want, you can email those to me. You can see my email address there under the just to the right there of the phone. If you can see my image where the phone is right there, just to the right where it says questions, fordvideoguy@gmail.com. Go ahead and send those different things over to that. So I'd love to get what you guys think I should do for a personalized tag for the Bronco. So I got about 60 days to do that. So I'll take any suggestions there. Now, I do want to kind of go through, before I answer any of the questions in the live chat, I do want to answer some of the ones that some people sent throughout the week to the Ford Video Guy email over here. So there's one about the Ranger. So Brian did ask, what are the odds of getting a Ranger XL 4x4 Super Cab with a 101A and E-Locker? So you can get of course, you can order a Super Cab 4x4. I did mention last week the constraints on that. I think Super Cab was a little bit wasn't scheduling as quickly as well as the XL. But to get the E-Locker, electronic locking rear end, you actually have to go to an FX4 package or the trimmer package to add an electronic locker. So you'd have to make sure you do that on your vehicle. Go on to the next one. All right, and so let's see this one here. Tim, I have a first edition with a production week of December 13th. No build date yet. I do have a VIN I asked my salesperson if I could lock in financing now to get a good rate. He said I needed a delivery date within 30 days to apply for financing. Now, I will say this, once you apply for financing, you send that credit up. That credit app is good for 30 days, but if you have a VIN, you could actually do paperwork now on the truck before it came in and lock the rates that they have right now. So that is something you can do. So plus, you should be able to lock in whatever rates are currently right now on your vehicle, even without a VIN. So your dealership should know how to do that. I would probably ask for maybe a finance manager or ask for a sales manager to get that information. Salesperson may not know they can do that. So you maybe ask and see if they could ask their sales manager for that. All right. All right, so Bruce asked, let's see, he actually his question is pretty long here. My dealership got an allocation of 10 Mavericks for November. I then asked them about my place in line for first edition hybrid Maverick. I ordered October 12th, and they reported that they had 66 Mavericks on their list, and that he was 43. There were 43 people in front of him. So he said that majority of them were hybrids. Follow-up question I was hoping could answer and about the plant. Okay, so then he asked. Okay, I do remember reading this now. He did ask that if the plant's looking for a bunch of first editions, would his pop above those? Yes. It really, a lot of those, it's not going to be in order. You're not going to be the 43rd or 44th order that's scheduled. You could be one of those 10 if they're looking for something that they're looking for, so that you could move around, so it really doesn't go in order. Just like with the F-150 Lightning reservations, you may be first on the reservation, but if you put something in that's complex that Ford has a problem with constraints, then yours going to get looked over. And that's not just like with my order, my Bronco order. I've said this so many times, you guys probably are tired of hearing about it, but mine was really low, one of the last ones. But because of how I ordered my Bronco, I got scheduled a lot sooner. So that can happen. Sorry, let me. Just checking here on my phone real quick because I got a text and I want to make sure that. All right. Yeah, my dad just texted me that he said he would watch me tonight on the live stream, but KU's playing Michigan State on ESPN, so he's watching that instead. So, so that might be, the numbers are a little low. So anyway, if you're a big KU fan, KU Michigan State on ESPN. Alrighty, so okay, next question is, like your Ford Maverick videos are informative. I have a question. I ordered my Maverick from my local dealer, but they have no clue on what they are doing, and I have been given a date of May, possibly, even though I ordered in August. The question is, I ordered. By the way, there's really no clue of knowing. Ford tells us if somebody orders a hybrid now, you could probably tell them May. But this person ordered in August. I wouldn't say May would be the timeline for them. It would probably be maybe more like March. I mean, and it's just a guess for any of us at this point. Just really, again, depends on what you order there. Okay, I ordered the XLT because it had cruise control and the XL did not. I'm at the point where I don't think I need the cruise control. Can cruise control be added to the XL? It can't from the factory, and he's asking if the wiring and the software is there from the dealer or from the factory. And on the XL, I don't believe it is. I think there's no wiring. I know the steering wheel is different on this one. It does not have the buttons there and such, so you'd have to get like an aftermarket one instead. And I know there's some companies out there that are working on that, but nobody has one yet that I know of. So if you have any information, please email me and let me know, or share it in the live stream if you know of one that can be put on. But I know there'll be somebody that will have one eventually. I think right now they're at the point that they need to get their hands on a Maverick first, like an XL Maverick, so that then they can work on the cruise control for the vehicle. All right, so Patrick asked me here, look forward to possibilities of some sort of Ford oval in the bedliner. Yeah, I forgot to ask my aftermarket manager about that. I think really to have that happen, you'd have to have like a mold to where you'd have to put it in there, but then it would stay in at all times. So you have to be like, maybe a 3D print of the Ford logo or something on there, and then spray it. Basically, it would stay there, and I assume that's the way it is from the factory as well. So, and then also he asked about um, about fog lights. If fog lights can be put in on the Maverick, so you can see where there's spots where, like on the front of the bumpers on the FX4 package, there's tow hooks in those little spots. I'm wondering if you could be fog lights could be put in there. I don't think that the Ford is wiring it, since there is no fog light option on any of the trims. I don't think the wiring is there for fog lights, so I don't think they can be put in. So I'm not sure about that. And then he also asked about if there's any any wiring for the LED lights if you get a non-lariat, that top one, and to get the LED lights. I think probably what would probably work, the wirings probably would work, but you'd have to probably exchange the whole headlight assembly with the lariat one, and then and maybe it would work. So I don't know. If somebody knows out there, I'd love to get an email about that. Love to get information about that, or send me a link to maybe a forum where that's been discussed. That'd be great too. All right, so someone said that they have an order: 22 Maverick XLT hybrid front-wheel drive Area 51 XLT luxury package, sunroof, manual rear window, and hard trifold bed cover. Oh, he's asking, been a follower for a long time. He is asking about the trifold bed cover. He really wants it done at the factory. And right now, the bed covers still are holding up. They're about 3%, so that's still holding up your orders. So again, take bed covers off. I think actually Ridgeview's in here. He's helping moderate here. But he had a couple orders, and he had that on his, and we took it off his order so that hopefully he can get scheduled this next week. So I would recommend you guys do the same thing. They're real simple to put on. Any dealer should be able to put the bed covers on. They're very easy to do. I did see somebody that did on an article this week where, or on the forum, where they put one on and they did it by themselves and was able to put, I think it was a soft trifold, and they were able to put it on without any problems. You could probably put it on yourself. If not, a dealer should be able to do it without any problems whatsoever. I mean, it's not that complicated to put on, and the dealer should be able to put it on without damaging your truck whatsoever. Shouldn't be a problem. Somebody asked about the tires, about if they could, what the offset and such was the tires, and I don't remember. I know that the bolt pattern was the same as the Bronco Sport, and I can't remember the offset on that. I was thinking something like a 20 negative 24, but I don't know. I can't remember. I know on our video that we Blake talked about it in our video on the lifted package for the Maverick, where we put those wheels on it. He discussed it in that video, and I don't remember what that was. So, all right. And then Patrick also asked about if they're going to upgrade and make a larger screen for the Maverick. I would probably assume not. Not sure why that little compartment's over there, but I've seen some videos of people putting different things in there, like little 3D prints of different figurines and different things in there, and people are asking, what are you putting a little cubby in there? But good place to put some things and something fun to put in there to make it, individualized to you. That would be great. Maybe we should have some fun with that. You guys should submit, what you're putting in your Mavericks in the future when you guys get all your Mavericks. Okay, so Paul asked, he said, my order changed from a code to priority code 2 last Thursday. Can you estimate how long it would get to get a VIN number? Probably if it's moved down to 2, it's going to be pretty quick. 2 means that the region likes your order and likes how you have the order, and they want to try to schedule that one soon. So probably as soon as your dealer has allocations for that, which I think you have your ordering with us, and we do have several Explorer allocations. Hopefully yours gets scheduled next week. So we'll keep our fingers crossed there. And then Evan just sent in a question here. Information communicated. I have a question about the Maverick cruise control. What is the max cruise speed the Maverick can be set at? I'm not sure. I think up to like 100 probably. I mean, I'm sure it can just keep going up. So I'm sure whatever. Look at your speedometer. It's probably close to whatever that would be. So, all right. So let's go ahead and jump into the chat here. I do have my tablet today, so we can look at some of these questions. So, again, don't forget to tag Law McArthur so I can see those questions in there. In fact, let me log in here on my tablet. I'm logged in as the wrong profile here. Give me a second. And now I've got to watch a commercial. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. All right, so what's the minimum finance rate? Well, keep in mind, what we're doing on the free shipping is we don't want that cost to be incurred onto you. So that shipping isn't free. We do have to pay the shipping. So what we're the goal there is that that the financing reserve we get from the lender will pay for the shipping. That's why we usually max it $1,000, is because that most rates we get enough of a reserve from that to pay for the shipping. And so when you do a 0%, we get zero, and so we're not able to pay for the shipping whatsoever. So if you want to go lower rate or whatever, then we just have to look at that. And so because there really isn't a lot of markup on these vehicles, so MSRP, it's really difficult for us to include the free shipping unless we have like a probably usually like 2.9%. And we do like to finance at least $15,000 of the vehicle. So, but we can work with you on some of that. And really, a lot just depends on how far you are from us and how far we have to ship it too, on how much it's going to cost us. Again, I'm very transparent about that, how we do that. So, now it's going to offer, and I'm not sure how long Ford's going to offer the 0 for 36. They are month to month, so we do know those incentives are good. Actually, I think through January now. I think I did see that in the incentives was that the current incentives that Ford has on all their models are good through January 3rd, I believe. And so you should be good through December at least, and then we'll see what happens then. So, all right. All right, Chris said, if I placed an order with you for EcoBoost XLT Luxury Package FX4, how long do you expect until delivery? Well, if you have an order on EcoBoost right now with us, it typically will probably schedule the next month. So for us, I mean, more than likely, like yours, Chris, could get scheduled this month because they're going to schedule EcoBoost until we run out of, the EcoBoost orders. And since we don't have a lot of EcoBoost, your EcoBoost probably could get ordered this next month, just for that fact. So having the luxury package could throw things off, but FX4 shouldn't be a problem. So if it gets scheduled this month, it's for January build date. So we're thinking February deliveries probably, if you get scheduled that soon. So we'll just see how things go. But let's see. All right. So any other questions up here? Stephen, yeah, I actually did, talk to you, Stephen, by text. And yeah, I know that sometimes, I guess it's something probably to bring up to most of you that have orders on at where dealership shipping, whether it be us or anybody else, is that usually the way that works is when you're doing we have a lot of people that are on the live stream that probably have an order with us. So if you do have an order with us, usually time frame, once we get that truck in, we go ahead and start doing the financing and such. Finance will call you, do everything over the phone. Usually can e-contract, do a lot of things electronically for you. Once we receive everything we need for the vehicle to be funded, then they give the AOK to our transport. We have a person that coordinates all the transportation, and then they put that. Basically, it's like an auction kind of. So we put that out there that, hey, we need to ship this vehicle from here to wherever it might be, let's say California, whatever. Here's where we need to ship this to, and then we ask for drivers to pick it up. So we just have to, in a sense, we're just kind of waiting on them. And as soon as they pick up that transportation and say, "Yep, I'll do it," we try to get the lowest, price that we can on it. And so then, some cases, then if we don't get anybody, that day that picks it up, then we might, raise that price and say, "Okay, we'll do it." Hey, here's the price we're going for, and then they have different delivery drivers, or usually transport companies usually will look at that and pick it up, and then they'll send somebody. So then they'll like, "Yep, we'll pick it up for this. We can be there tomorrow. We can be there in 2 days." And we're really at the liberty of the transport drivers. And with, especially Ford right now having so many Broncos they got to move out, and Mavericks and everything else, sometimes it is a struggle finding a transport company and to pick up that transport part of it. So that's usually what happens is the vehicle comes in, we do the financing and such, get all the paperwork done. And sometimes if, like today, we sold 10 cars today. So we have our finance guys, are, we're working on those phone deals, for people that, are out of state or whatever. But also we have customers that are here that are wanting to do their paperwork as well. So they're trying to call people in between some of those other customers, and they do the best they can. And we have a great group back there in finance. So they do the best job as they can. And so then they try to contact you, get all that taken care of. And then we work on getting that transport driver to pick that up as quick as possible so we can get it shipped to you, and then it's and on its way. So that's kind of the process on that. So sometimes it doesn't go as smooth as we'd like it to, but we here at Law McArthur, we have a good group of employees that work really hard, and we do the best that we can to try to make that as smooth as possible, and make those transitions really good there. So, all right. So Cooper Smith said, he said, does the switch to the drop-in liner pertain to only new orders? Oh, yeah, great question. The ones that are already scheduled, you look at your order sheet. If you have spray and liner on your order sheet, that's what you're going to get. So it's only to new orders. It doesn't change ones that have already been scheduled. So I think that's probably the simplest way for me to explain it. If you look on your order sheet and you see that drop-in liner is on there, then you're getting a drop-in liner. If it says spray and liner, that's what you're getting. So that part of it should show on your order sheet. So you should be able to check that out. But I think last week was when that switch happened. So if you ordered and got your order submitted before last week, then you're probably spray and liner. Probably anything, I think it was the middle part of last week. I think it was after the live stream, in fact, that switch was made. So I think anything in the last 7 days probably is drop-in liner now. So, but look on your order sheet. It should say that there. And then I think Chris had, do you take a deposit to create a Maverick order? We do not on the Mavericks. We do on other vehicles. It just depends on how complex the order is, on how much we usually ask for deposit. If it's something we know that we can do pretty easily. Maverick is one that Ford says we don't have to get a deposit on. All the other vehicles, Ford does require us to take a deposit of some sort. That has to be shown and sent in through that COVP process. Maverick is one that they said we did not have to do that on. So that's why in Maverick we're not taking a deposit. And that's why some dealers are doing a deposit and requiring it. It's because on other vehicles we are required by Ford to have some sort of deposit. And we typically will do $500 for most of ours. But on the Maverick we're not doing anything right now. So, oh, okay. Are first editions being prioritized at all? No, not necessarily. We know some have already been scheduled for, I think, November. I think even some are going to get produced this month, and I know some next month. So I know some are getting scheduled right now. So, but they're not necessarily going first. I know it's called first edition, and what that first edition package means is that package is available the first model year. So that's why they call it first edition. It's for this model year. Now, here's something that we haven't really gotten to some specifics yet, but I don't know if you guys realize, but I think last week I mentioned first edition is no longer available. It is closed out for 22 model year. But we got to thinking about, we had some customers that wanted the first edition package, and we started looking what's included in that. So included in that first edition package is a moonroof, which is available as a standalone option, as well as they roll up soft tonneau cover. And again, tonneau covers are available. You can get those aftermarket as well. Also includes the black wheels. Outside of that, it's graphics. It's side graphics, it's the hood graphics, and those kind of things. So here at Law McArthur, we are going to provide, if you're somebody out there that you missed out on that first edition, it will not be the same graphics. The hood graphics are really nice on the first edition, but if you're wanting something like that, we're going to come up with a package. We might even call it like the launch edition or something like that, where we can include some graphics for you, maybe include a bed cover. If you could add the moonroof yourself to your order as a standalone option. We could do something like that to your vehicle. If you get an FX4 package, you're already getting the black wheels. We can upgrade the wheels as well if we want to include that. So we may do it with or without the wheels. So that's something that we're going to look at. So if you're somebody that's missed out on a first edition and you want something like that, you want the cool graphics on the side, we are going to come up with a graphics package that we can do pretty similar to that, and we'll be able to add to your vehicle. And you wouldn't necessarily need to get a Lariat. If you're wanting an XLT, but you like that first edition graphics, we can add the graphics to your XLT. You don't have to go up to Lariat to get it. So that's always an option as well. So that's just something to think about if you're out there and you're wanting one of those and you missed out on a first edition. Um, so. Oh, Steven, yep. Actually, Mike said that he did. I think he texted and called you earlier, so I think he was. I told him to make sure, to communicate with you. Even today, like when we, I think somebody had picked up your shipping, and we knew they were supposed to be picking it up like tomorrow, and then they called right back, or they like messaged back and said that they weren't going to, and so I think he even was trying to communicate all that to you. I told him it's always best to over communicate than to under communicate. So hopefully you get a few more texts that way. So anyway, let's see here. All right. Maverick in production since October 18th. Others stuck in production from week after. Any details? Yeah, I think a lot of those got pushed because of I think the plant was closed down, so I think a lot of productions got moved another week back because their plant closed down for a week. So I think a lot of people got moved for that. Um, any of the Maverick shirts for sale. I think this Maverick shirt is actually only available to the production team. They sent it to me. Some of the early videos that were getting out there, and I was asking a lot of questions from the brand manager, and he had noticed the videos, and he said, "Hey, we like the videos you've been putting out there, so we want to send you one of the shirts." But I think if you put these shirts out there, I don't think they're available. Just yet. Not available out there yet. So I think there's some Maverick shirts, but the ones like this, I think, were just for the production team. So I just got lucky that they gave me one. So, but hopefully we see some out there for you. So eventually they will be, I'm sure. All right, they're not willing to sign. Okay, Kyle, I'm not sure. Did I miss? Oh, here. My dealership will not sign my buyer's order, but says I'm good because I have planned pricing. Any advice? Okay, so if you're planned pricing, then you should be able to get that pricing. So, I know in the past I've said make sure they sign the buyer's order so they don't price up on you like that once the vehicle comes in. Because I've seen some dealerships doing that. I've even seen some dealerships on Bronco doing that when they had their Bronco order like a year ago, and those then the Broncos coming in and said, well, things are different now, with the pandemic and everything. We're not doing MSRP. It's going to be this, and so getting a signed buyer's order, usually they won't do that. And if you have planned pricing though, and they have your order in, and they said they're going to honor any planned pricing, all you need is that PIN number. You go in there with that PIN number, and you should get that planned pricing, whether it be X plan or D plan or whatever it might be. Uh, from Ford on the 22 Broncos stating your order has been confirmed, and it had a computer generated image also stating I'm an early build. Is that mean a build date is close? Possibly, but that email there, that's just confirmed there. I don't know. That's just a confirmation email. So right now, a lot of the 21 builds got moved over to 22. So there are a lot of people that had a 21 Bronco that did not get scheduled for 21 Bronco that is now getting a 22. So there's still a lot of Bronco people out there waiting to get the Broncos that had actually reserved one over a year ago, last June or July, whenever month that was. And so there's a lot of them that have been reserved, waiting for one for over a year and 6 months almost now for their Bronco, and still not scheduled. So I know we have some. I have a good customer that I've talked to a lot on the phone that reserved in August and still has not been scheduled, and they're really wanting to get theirs. So I agree and signed an order form from my local dealer to pay MSRP plus fees. Can they mess with the final price in any way? They can with those fees. That's the tricky part. Is dealers will say, "Yep, we're going to sell it to you at MSRP plus fees," and then ask them what the fees are. Tell them, "I want to know the cost. What are those fee amounts? Can you tell those to me?" Because what I'm seeing some dealerships doing is in those fees, one of their fee is a market adjustment fee of $5,000. Well, now they just, so they're like, yeah, we honored what we said. We said MSRP, and so they still to MSRP. But then one of the fees they're showing you is a market adjustment fee, or they have a $1,500 dealer dock fee. So ask them what those fees amount to. So they should be able to tell you that. And if they say, well, we don't know, it's like, you should know. You do it on every car deal, right? So they should be able to tell you what those fee amounts are. So I'd be asking them that if I were you, Josh. Should Ford let us know if our build date was rescheduled? I have not gotten any communication since mid-October. Your email that you get does have a tracking on there, so if it ever changes, you can go into that original email and should be able to. Once you get that, when the email that comes, I think, with the VIN number, you can click on that, and if it's been changed, then you'll be able to see that new date in there at that time. So it should always be able to it'll update that. So check that. Go back to the original email that you got when your vehicle was scheduled, and you should be able to see any changes there. So I am kind of scrolling up here because I missed some questions here. As you guys do a great job of just discussing and talking. I love this, all the interaction there on the live stream. So why do some who have ordered a new Ford get a confirmation via email while others do not? Typically, it's because the dealership did not put your information into the WebDo order information. Because if the order just needs, all it has to have is a name in there. So first name and last name is all it has to have, and then it sends in the information along with the buyer's order and everything. But to get the email confirmation, then the dealership in that order information also has to put in your email address and your address and their physical address as well. And if they've put that information in there when they submitted the order, then you should get the email. If you go in there now and you say, hey, did you guys put my email address and address into my order? And they can go into that order. They can then put that information in and then resubmit it. Doesn't change the order. It's still in the same order. Resubmit it. Then you should start getting. Then you should get an email within 5 minutes, and you should start getting them from then on. I know this because I just ordered an Expedition, and it's not exclusive just to Maverick. So it's really with any order. So you can go in there and have them update that. So. I appreciate you guys in there that are that come to live stream every week, so you know all the things I've said over and over, and that you're answering people's questions. So I really do appreciate that. So don't forget to tag if you're answering somebody's question for me. Again, thank you very much, and just don't forget to put that @ in their name the way it is in there, and it'll tag them, so they'll be able to see that as well. Because this chat's going pretty quick. Okay, looked and says in production nothing has changed. So it probably didn't move then, Zach. So that that production date probably did not change on you. Oh, all right. I ordered a Maverick with Lux package. I may want to add something to my order. If I add something, will they drop in the spray and bed liner and replace it with the drop-in liner? No, shouldn't. That is a great question though. I'd have to go. You know what? If you guys don't mind, let's just try this out because I have my Maverick order in here. I was actually thinking of canceling. I did switch it over to EcoBoost so I wouldn't get in anybody's way in hybrid since my son's going to he wants to drive the Fusion hybrid. But I'm going to go into my Maverick order in here that I think I do have the luxury package on my order. So let me look. And let's just try it out while we're in here. And you guys can't see this screen, but I'm going to try it out here. Gotta go clear down the bottom. TO1B, there we go. All right. Let's see. Now, I do not have the luxury package on mine, so what it would probably be, it probably would keep that there. It's just as long as you don't uncheck the XLT luxury package, it would probably stay to that one. Like right now, if I wanted to add it, because my order doesn't have the luxury package, because I was going to try to do a quick one. So if I don't do the luxury package, then it's gonna I wouldn't be able. I would have to, since I'm adding it, I'd have to get the drop-in liner. So anyway, so actually thinking. So anyway, So that's kind of how that would work. So probably if you added some optional equipment, it probably doesn't affect the luxury package is already there. But if you unchecked that luxury package, you would then not be able to check it again, I'd assume. Good question, though. Alrighty. You guys really work hard at stumping me, don't you? All right. My build date was changed to the week of November 15th, but not the tracking says in production. Now the tracking says in production. Well, November 15th is this next week, right? So that's probably why it says that. So a lot of times it'll say in production in there, but it still should give you a build date. So when you get closer, like if yours is going to get built the week of the 15th, which is next week, like on Thursday, Friday this week, you should get another email saying that yours is going to have a build date of this and give you the actual date of that build. Oops, there we go. All right. I live in Maine. And I ordered through McArthur Ford. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see, David. You actually had a question there. I did see. All right, there. Tim, has the Maverick been given any safety ratings? Oh, good question. That'd be at see if we Google. Let's just Google Maverick safety rating. I need to put 2020. There we go. 2022 Ford Maverick safety rating. 7 out of 10. What's this? Here. Actually, it would probably be on this website here, iihs.org. And I think if you search for Ford Maverick, oop, what just happened? I don't think they have them yet. Don't know if they have them yet. I might have to do some searching on that, but I don't think that they've been tested yet on the safety ratings. But, you know, Ford's done pretty good. They usually are on top of that and have really good safe vehicles. Some pretty good safety ratings there. All right. Oop. You guys are going fast here. Can't keep up. All right, my build date. Okay. Tempted to add the sunroof to my Maverick XLT hybrid. Any constraints on this? They haven't said anything about the moonroof. That hasn't been mentioned at all. So I don't think the moonroof will hold your order up. Appreciate those live Q&As. Thank you. No problem. Let's talk lightning. I would love to talk lightning. I don't have any information. I wish Ford actually they did put something out today about where you can do an AR experience and see inside and outside and even change your color and different things. So hopefully we get some information on the lightning soon. Again, waiting for dealers to give us some information. I'm assuming that they're going to give us information prior to the order guide going live like they did with Bronco and let us know how the process is going to work and everything because they did mention waves. So hopefully we get that information real soon. And then when we get that information, order guides come out. Well, I'll be doing a lot of videos on the Lightning as well. So I know that's hopefully real soon. I've been hearing December. Not sure when in December, but hopefully real soon. I added 4K to my Lariat with Lux. Last confirmation still had spray-in liner. Okay, so all right, so yeah, so he added a package. He added the FX4 package, this original order that had the luxury package already on it, and it still said it had the spray and liner. So I'd assume once you're able to click on that and you have an order in with that, as long as you don't uncheck that luxury package, I would assume it would keep that spray and bed liner. You know anything about safety ratings on Maverick? Oh, any possibility of hubcaps for the XL wheels? No, not really. Ford's really kind of gone away from any kind of hubcaps. There's some Fusions had some hubcaps there for a little while, but you know Ford doesn't typically do hubcaps too often on their vehicles. You know they either do the alloys or they do the steels. So I'm not sure. I don't think you can get anything from Ford, but maybe somebody can there. Let's see here. Any possibility of, okay, yeah, I already answered that. Okay. Yeah, and then, okay, so somebody said the window stickers do not show safety ratings yet, so I do not have those on there yet. So, and does mine? Yeah, mine doesn't have, my Bronco doesn't have a safety rating at all. Yeah, it says not rated, so it'll probably not be rated yet. So, back on October 2nd, when do you think I will get a production date? Um, Again, really depends on how many orders you have at your dealership, what you ordered, and that kind of stuff of getting that there for you. So, okay. I think I'm caught up on some of those. I guess I can look over and see if anybody's emailed me. I do have one. Ford guy. Yep. So Warren did send me some possibilities for a tag. Ford guy, like that. Vid O guy. Yep. I actually thought of that. I thought about doing, or even moving the guy in, so it was vid guy still, but video guy, V guy. So, yep. I'm not sure if I want to. Yep. Trying to figure out what to do for that tag. I got some time though. All right, here's some more questions. Here we go. Tomorrow and ask for Maverick. Oh, hey, Kevin, what do you have an question up there? I missed that. How can I order the Maverick with you? I'm in Massachusetts. Yeah, you can do that through our business development center. You can just call the dealership here at we're 785-823-2237. You can just call the dealership right here. You can also, on our website, there is a contact information, and you can fill out your information there. And then we can get it started, and our ladies in our business development center can get that started. You can also, if you have your build, you can have it filled out. You can send that to us once you get in contact with them, so that they can pass that on, and hopefully we can get you ordered right away. Especially if you are looking at a hybrid, want to get that order in. Okay. Yes, you can ask for Maverick Mike Mole. So, all right. Speaking of window stickers, mine changed from green to blue frequently. What's up with that? Well, it should be green, like mine. When you do a custom order, it should be green, not blue. So I don't know if, I don't know. Kim, do you have your order in with us? I'm just curious on if you do. Because we don't change the only thing I'm thinking is if you have an order in with the dealer, that maybe they try to switch it over to stock and see if they can get it scheduled. But right now, Ford's not scheduling any stock Mavericks. What they typically do, and you can't really see it on ours, but we first get allocations. They tell us what they're offering, and that's based for stock first. And so then we ask them what we need, and then they look for our COVP, which are customer ordered vehicles. And so then they go for those first. So if we have, let's say we have 10 allocations and we have 8 customer orders, they're going to try to fulfill those 8 customer orders and then give us 2 stocks if we have some allocations left. That's typically what they're going to do. So as long as your dealership hopefully left it as a customer build, it's more likely to get scheduled as long as they did it the correct way. And put it in as a COVP, because Ford is really focusing their efforts into the ones that are custom builds before they worry about stock builds. So that's really their focus right now. All right, Ford dealership. Let's see. Kevin D call Maverick Mike. Yep. Okay. Is there a way we can know for sure if Maverick hybrid ordered is going to be built? If you're able to submit the order with the dealer, it will be built. So they're going to shut it off completely, and those will not be built anymore. So I know sometimes late end of a model year, sometimes you can order and then that order doesn't get built and gets flipped to the next model year. But in this case, they said they're actually going to shut off the hybrid orders completely when it's full. So they can't take any more 22 builds. So as long as you're able to order it in there and it lets you, then you should be able to. You're going to get a 22, and it will be built as a 22. Oh. Okay, yeah, ordered yours July 1st. You should be good. You should be getting, now if you order with us, I mean, we're going to get a third of our customers are going to get, more than a third of our customers are going to get scheduled this week or this month. We're going to have 118 Maverick allocations for January builds. That, I mean, we're excited here at Law McArthur. A lot of our, salespeople and I know our customers are really, wanting to get those scheduled, and we're really excited we're able to get a big number like that, so we can get a lot of our customer builds out. And I know a lot of people are thinking, because we have so many, and like the month before was 20, that it's going to take forever for us to get through ours. But dealerships, you saw, even like I mentioned an email earlier where somebody said that one dealership had 10 allocations and they had 66 orders still hadn't been fulfilled. So you can see that percentage. We're getting at least a third of ours. They're not even getting a third of theirs scheduled. So again, it's going to be percentage across the board at the dealership. So it's all a percentage game. So you have a smaller amount of orders at a dealership, then a smaller amount of allocations that dealer is going to get. More orders like we have, more allocations we're going to get. It should work out pretty evenly. I mean, I said to some people, I've had some people call and say, want to be better off going with a local dealer. And again, if they have allocations but don't have orders, yes, but they're probably not going to get allocations without getting some orders. So if you're able to schedule yours and they don't have a lot of orders, then you're more likely to get scheduled the next month when you order. So that is an option for you. Hybrid being sold out. But what about the EcoBoost? I'm trying to figure out worst case scenario considering I ordered August 2nd. EcoBoost are still going to be able to be scheduled for a while. They're not going to be sold out, so we should be able to see those continue to be ordered. And if you ordered in August, depending on when you ordered with us and you ordered in August, I probably see you'd probably get scheduled this month. That's my prediction. Again, I'm not 100%. I'm not always right. But with 118 allocations, if you ordered an EcoBoost with us, I think we're probably going to be scheduling the rest of our EcoBoost orders. Actually, I still have that up right here. Let's go back to this. Let me click in all my orders. All right, so I got all my Maverick orders. Let me go to only the unscheduled. All right, so we have 362. Okay. That number's not right. All right, and then we go to EcoBoost orders. It says we have 70. Let me go to these here. There's some. Here we go. So we do have about 70 EcoBoost orders. So we've been continuing to get orders for Maverick. So we do have like 70 EcoBoost orders. So they're not going to probably give us all 70. But if you ordered in August, more than likely, because that number was really low last month. So more than likely, if you ordered in August, you're going to on EcoBoost, you're probably going to get scheduled this month, along with some of our other hybrid orders. Oh, yeah. So you did not order with us, Kim. So I don't know. I'd maybe ask, because it's getting flipped. If that window sticker's getting moved to blue, it makes me wonder whether or not. Okay, let me read this. You have a comment here. Mine's built, but on the tracker it's green 1 week, then blue. Then next I print it, and so I think that's weird. Yeah, it may be just part of the website, but when the vehicle comes in, it should be a green window sticker. So when mine printed, I was able to print mine. It printed out as green there, and of course when it came in it was green as well. So all right. Okay, what options are holding up the 22 F-150s? Let me get my list. Actually quite a few. There's actually quite a few constraints on the F-150. Okay. I may have to get my glass out here. This is really small writing here. Okay, so on the F-150, there's So there's several constraints. Bed covers is again one on the Maverick. So or just like with the Maverick, the bed covers are holding up. The appearance packages as well. Only like they're doing 0% of the black appearance package. So hopefully you don't want the black appearance package. Um, 20 inch again sport appearance package with the 20-inch wheels is only 8%. So you might, I mean, if you're looking at a sport appearance package with the 20-inch wheels, that could hold you up. Spray and bed liner on the F-150 as well, but at least it's a little bit higher percentage, 13 to 15%. And then just depends on the engines. Like right now, a good and easy quick build is like if you get a 2.7 liter engine, it's probably going to build pretty fast. 4x4 is actually really high. So if you're wanting a two-wheel drive, that's probably going to be hard to get build. So hopefully you're wanting a 4x4. Also, Super Crew 4x4 is going to be a lot easier to build as long as you stay away from the black appearance package and the 20-inch wheels on the sport appearance package. So if you're looking at the chrome appearance package, stay away from your spray and liners, tonneau covers. Again, like I've said, stay away from those accessories for your build. So hopefully that helps you out there, Super Dave. All right. Any others? All right. Do you know if the plants will be closed a lot in December? Well, probably that. Typically, Ford will be closed right around Christmas for like a week. So probably, I think there's some people that said that there were some build dates in December, around December 20th. Let me look at the calendar here. So I think that week of the 20th they'll be building, and then probably because where Christmas is, they're probably going to be closed the week after Christmas. That would be, I know the headquarters, a lot of the executives will not be. They're going to probably be. In fact, that week of the 20th probably will be a short week for them, but because they'll probably be closed the 24th, 25th, and I know the headquarters. A lot of the those people they'll be off that week of Christmas, I would assume. Probably back building January 3rd, I would assume, because I don't think anybody's, and maybe some people can answer if they got a production date in the week of December 27th. I don't know. I think I saw some, early first couple weeks of December. I've seen some December 20th, but I don't know if I've seen any for December 27th. So probably not. All right. My dealer is I will only say they have 8 hybrid orders. Do you think it may have a chance? Really, again, James, that probably depends on how many allocations. That's what I'd ask them is if they have 8 hybrid orders, how many allocations do they have, and see if yours might get selected. So again, next week, next Thursday is the day. For the most people, probably won't get all 118 of our Maverick orders scheduled next Thursday, but probably a good 80 to 90% of them will be. And usually what happens is the first week they try to fulfill all of your allocations they can. As long as you have a build that they want, that first week they'll pull. Like I think about every month we've had all of ours pull that first week. Last month it was all but 2. We had 18 of our 20 got pulled. And then I think we made some tweaks to a couple of those EcoBoost orders, and then they pulled the other 2. So it really that's what it's looking for. So as long as that we have orders that fulfill those 118, then they will pull that first week if they can. So that's why sometimes you see some dealerships have some other weeks. It's because maybe they didn't have an order in there that fit what the region was looking for, and then that next week, so they're going to try to fulfill as many as they can of what they need, and they'll fill in with the other orders, and so that way they don't have to do as many of, let's say, spray and liner or a luxury package or that kind of stuff. So anyway, okay. All right. Any lightning news? I don't really have any lightning news. I wish I had some, but hopefully we get some news real soon. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't gotten any news on anything when it comes to the lightning. So, um, I guess my assumption is maybe December is when we're going to see information on the order guides and the build and price, but they haven't given us any information yet. Nothing new there. All right, so how are we doing here? So, um, eh, Thanksgiving. Let's see here. Um, Probably that week. I'm not sure on the plants. Because usually, I mean, all the plants will probably follow along with um the holidays from Ford that Ford chooses to follow, like this week being closed, not being scheduling on the 11th because of Veterans Day and such. So they're not going to be scheduling. That means even because usually they schedule from the plant. So even that the plant in Mexico, it's the Veterans Day is closed, so Ford is not scheduling that day. So they're probably going to be closed that day even down there in Mexico as well. So I'd assume that even Thanksgiving Day, they probably will be off, even though it is in Mexico, just because they work for Ford, which is an American company. I would assume. So good question. All right. Post those questions. Any other last questions? All right. So again, thanks for joining me this week. We have quite a few people in here, I think. Let's see. Check the live stream here. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of people in here. So almost 300 people. So I appreciate everybody joining me here and answering some of your questions. So, what percentage of your XLT hybrids with Lux package do you have? Ooh. That's a good question. I don't know. When we had some early orders, we didn't have a lot of orders. I was able to go in there and be able to check those, but just a lot of orders to look through now. So I haven't had a chance to look through those or time to kind of look through those. So I really don't know. Hmm. Um, all right. Late getting on. When are they're going to schedule this month? This Thursday or the 13th? The 18th next week. I mentioned earlier, which you weren't on there, but the Veterans Day, they are closed, so they are not scheduling this week, and that's why they're not scheduling. So a lot of people had posted that Mavericks that this was a cleanup week, but no, it's not. They're not scheduling at all for any model this week. So when are the 22 Rangers going into production? They are going in. I think this month or next month, I believe. I know we're scheduling 22 Rangers. We have one. I think what did I say earlier? One. I think we had one Ranger scheduled. Oh, four. We have 4 allocations for Ranger, and those are for 22 Rangers. So this month we're able to schedule Ranger. I'm not sure. I can't remember from the last time when startup was here. Do I have that information? Maybe. Nope. Maybe it has it in here. I can look it up, but I know that it's scheduling. I think for December builds on Ranger. I think it's scheduling this month for December builds for 22 Ranger. So it should be ramping up and starting to go already. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm not sure, but I know that I remember right. It's for. Oh, this is the timing. Okay. Um, it says for January, February, so I think it's scheduling now for January production weeks or days. So anyway, or that says when the timing for wholesale is. I think I mentioned that last week, but I'm not sure exactly when startup is. But I think it's next month. Anyway, I had that. I think it's in the October one. Oh, I don't have the October one anymore. But Rangers should be scheduling, and they should be starting to produce at least by next month, if not this month. I can't remember. How do I become a member? Right down there where you subscribed. If you look down below, right below the share button, the like button, and all that, there should be a button down there. There was, if you're subscribed to the channel, then it would be beside this where the subscribe button was, and it should be a join button. So click on the join button, get more information there. Okay. Cool ideas for little Kubbi next to the. Yeah, I'd like to see your guys' ideas. If you have something, if you already have your Maverick and you have something in that little spot there, send me a picture to the email address right there, right above the our links to the different social media sites there. fordvideoguy@gmail. I'd love to see those images if you guys have any of what you guys put there. I know some people have posted some on Reddit and on the different forums, so. Does base Maverick have keypad? Have the keypad on the, I assume you mean on the door. No, keypad is not part of the XL. You get keypad on, I think, the XLT luxury package, I think, is where you get the keypad entry, maybe XLT. So I have a Lariat FX4 4K with the build date week of 11/22 and wanted to upgrade to the alloy wheels with the Falcon tires. Would that possible at this stage? Nope. Once you're scheduled, that build is locked in. That's the way they're going to build it. So once you've gotten a scheduled build date, it is too late. And that is what you're going to get. So you can't always you can upgrade your wheels and tires later, but at this point, that's how that vehicle is going to get built. All right. Yep, somebody did say you will get all-terrain tires with your FX4 package. They just may not be the Falcon tires like they're putting on the Bronco Sport. You can add a keypad to your Maverick Aftermarket. So basically, it's just another remote. So where you would have a remote, typically, so instead, basically, where you would unlock and lock it, it's just a transmitter to unlock the vehicle. The keypad acts like that. So you program your own keypad. So you can, it's a double stick tape you put on there, and then you program the keypad. So you can get an aftermarket keypad to put on the Maverick later. So you should be able to get that aftermarket as well. Okay. That's a good question. KDL services. You had a question. I think that's on the Lightning. I assume about getting and it may be the F-150 Lightning, about getting the 15.5-inch touchscreen on the XLT Premium. I don't know. I know that I have some information from Ford Authority that mentions that, and it looks like that's a Lariat feature. I know on the Expedition, that's the way it is. You have to go up to Limited to get the 15.5-inch screen instead of the 12-inch screen. So I'd assume all the XLTs, you'd have to go up to Lariat to get that bigger screen, the 15.5-inch touchscreen instead of the 12-inch touchscreen. But we'll know soon. So as soon as we can get the order guides out, we'll get more information on that and what's available there. So I'm really not taking anything unless it comes from Ford. I'm not really taking it as accurate information. I've seen some information of, hey, here's some of the packages, but that came out this summer. And even when I went to the F-150 Lightning rally that they had, they still didn't have, they said they didn't have the packages all set in stone yet. So at that point, so I'm not sure who got that information, where they got it. I know that was information of, here's some features, available features, and I think they started putting some things together. But I do know that they are having, I know there are two different packages for the XLT and the Lariat trim, which does tell me that XLT and XLT Premium, as well as the Lariat and Lariat Premium, is probably true. So I'm not sure where they got that information, but it probably looks like it's pretty accurate there. Any idea when chip shortage will improve and more inventory on the lots? End of 22, maybe. Not sure. I know I really feel like we're pumping out quite a few vehicles right now, but I think what we're seeing right now with the way that Ford has been ordering the vehicles and doing custom orders, I think that is the wave of the future. I think that You know, I said this with our website to a lot of people, is that during the pandemic, if you provided a service for customers to make it easier, like being able to do your whole car deal on the website, like we have on our website and we had prior to COVID, or delivering vehicles to customers, whatever features you provide during COVID, you have to be prepared to continue to do those after COVID. Once people see the convenience of this, whether it be Uber Eats and how convenient that is, or being able to do a click list from Dillon's. We have a Dillon's here, that's our grocery store, doing a click list and being able to just go and then they do your shopping for you and they drop it off in your car. You don't have to go into the store. Those different things that were offered during COVID, people are going to expect those after COVID and post COVID. And I think Ford probably they went to, hey, we're going to focus in on customer builds first. That's going to be a priority. So we're going to do those first instead of stock allocations because of the shortage. Those are ones we're going to focus on and on. So if you're wanting to get inventory, you better just have your customers order vehicles. And we saw that shift. We saw how Ford changed that in June, July. We shifted our thinking and helping our customers with that as well, and saying, hey, we have vehicles on our lot, and just like with any dealership, supply and demand, less inventory on the lot. Customers want to come in and just buy something off the lot because they're in the mood of getting a vehicle, or maybe they just need to get a vehicle. They just want to grab one off the lot. Since there's a shorter supply, the price is going to go up. It happens with everything. I just actually saw the news today where be prepared because Thanksgiving, turkeys are going to be more expensive and supplies are going to be more expensive. Alcohol is going to be more expensive. Everything else like that. Same thing goes on here. So, dealerships pricing vehicles up. I know a lot of people are like, I can't, how you guys ever do that? Shame on you. But every economy, every retail business is coming up with same issues, and so you're going to see that. So we told customers, hey, we understand that you do not want to pay a couple grand over. Like right now, all of our F-150s are MSRP even on our lot, because we have pretty good amount of inventory, but for some people, if you didn't want to pay that, hey, let's just custom order one exactly the way you want it ordered with all the equipment you want, nothing you don't want, and we'll sell it to you at MSRP. And Ford's going to focus in on those vehicles first. And I think that's going to continue into the future. I think that is the wave of the future for producing vehicles, at least for Ford. They even told us, they said, hey, we're gonna lower your inventory count down, or your days to inventory. They even told us, they even recently have gone through and told us, here's what packages are going to be available for your stock units. And there are some trims that will not be available. Like we did see, I mentioned it in the wholesale last week, Mustang Mach 1, we cannot order one for the stock. The only way you can order a Mach 1 from Ford is to order it for a customer, period. So you're going to see that. And because of that, we have to get everything verified, just like we are with Maverick. That's going to continue. And I just see this being a part of the future, that people are, if they're wanting to get a new vehicle, they're going to go into the dealerships. They're going to sit down. They're going to say, this is exactly what I want. Here you go. Order it. And we order it. And then we can get it in here. And, Maverick has taken a while. It happens on a new launch. Bronco's the same way. Once we get a lot of this first demand out, I think 23 into 24, we're going to see it. It's going to be a lot easier to order a vehicle. Like on an F-150 now, typically if you order an F-150, it takes a couple months. Usually we always tell customers when they used to order vehicles, custom order a vehicle, 6 to 8 weeks. Because we can submit the order. Usually we already have allocations for them, so then they can get scheduled that next week. And as long as we get a build date a month in advance, we build it and it comes in within the next month after that. And so that's typically the way the time frame has always worked in the past, because we've been able to order vehicles for customers, custom orders for years. A lot of customers didn't realize that. We just always try to find something close to what was on a lot instead. But I guess I'm going ranting on about this, but I really think that doing custom orders is a way of the future. And I think we're seeing the chip shortage is getting better now. We have, if you look on our website, we're getting a lot of inventory, but Ford is going to focus in on those custom builds first. All right. Please confirm if XL Mavericks have dual climate or not. They do not. So I believe that's correct. Well, I know that XLs will not have dual climate. I think that's what you get. And I think, in fact, XLT does not get dual climate. If I remember right. All right. I thought that was part of the luxury package. And it looks like you go up to, yeah, dual zone climate, Lariat. You have to go to Lariat to get dual zone climate on a Maverick. Which doesn't surprise me too much. Actually, I'm surprised it's not available on as part of the XLT luxury package, but it is not. All right. Yeah, Copilot 360 will get you lane keeping, as well as Bliss, and there's a couple different safety features, so it should, hopefully get you a little bit better insurance rate. So that is correct, or should be correct. Depends on your insurance company, I suppose. All right. Okay. Any other last questions? I think we're gonna. Oh, there we go. I'm printing, signing, and email back your order sheet. Thanks. Oh yeah. Oh great. Okay, good. So I know I was helping out Eddie with his order on a Bronco Sport, so appreciate you got that, and you're gonna get that sent to me, and then I'll get that buyer's order sent off as well with that price and everything, and our dealer fee on that buyer's order for you. So, and you'll need to sign that as well and send it back to us. But then we'll get everything going. So just do that tomorrow, and we'll get it all taken care of. Okay. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining the live stream. I think we're gonna end it there, about an hour and a half in. So, all right. So, any last questions for me? So, no. Okay. All right. So I think we're going to end the live stream there. But again, thanks for joining me. We have, we've had over 200 to 300 people in here, so I really appreciate it. I'll keep doing these as you guys have questions and such for me. Either way, I'll bring you the Ford news every week, and get on here and chat with you as long as you give me some questions. So again, just thanks for joining me here. And again, if you have, don't forget to smash that like button. I only have 92 likes there, so some of you haven't hit that like button. So hit that like button. Actually, that's including me. So let me go ahead and click that like button. So click the like button down there. So that way it kind of helps the video out. Feel free if you have somebody thinks that may want to see this, they can share that out. But also, if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. And then don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you get notified when we have another video uploaded to the channel. And don't forget as well, if you want to become a member, you can join. Hit that join button down there, and you can see some different perks there. And I do have some notebooks here. We're going to be sending out to members here real soon. So I've been real busy with trying to do videos for the channel, and I've got to say I apologize to the members. I have not been doing some of the different membership videos perks. We haven't had a lot of events going on recently, but we'll try to get some different videos. I'll do maybe sometime this week we'll try to do a tour of the dealership. So those that are members and want to see that, I'll give you a tour of what the dealership looks like, what it's like being here. Even show you our picture building and how that works out there outside. So definitely give you some of those that type of video. So that's how that works. So again, don't forget as well. This is coming. I'm going to be uploading this tonight as a podcast to Podbean. So that link is down in the description as well. You can check that out. And I'll be doing videos on my Bronco soon. So hopefully I'll have some time. It actually gets real dark real quick in the evening here now with the time change. But we'll try to do some videos on the Bronco as well on the Ford Video Guy channel, so you can go over there and check that one out. I'll put the link down in the description here as soon as I get done with this, when I get done with the live stream here, and we'll get that going for you. But again, thanks for watching the video. Really appreciate it, and thanks for those likes. I've already got 20 likes, so I appreciate everybody smashing the like button for me. And so again, just like I always say, until next week, we'll see you later. Have a great week, everybody.